say. Apologies for the language, we're having some issues here, folks.
Just Oh, so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular upon spur, singing up, yeah, through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my
Alrighty, folks. Welcome to the Make-A-Wish Endurance Race here from Virginia International Raceway, tucked away at the beautiful countryside here. We're excited for you to be joining us here today, and we're excited for plenty of these drivers that are out making some rounds around the racetrack. You can see here during this race, we will have some opportunities for you guys to affect how the race outcome takes to place. We've got our beautiful Tilify QR code off into that bottom right section, and also got how much each penalty will cost. Throughout this race, you'll want to be looking for the number of the driver you will want those penalties to apply to, and we'll also want to make sure that you know exactly who you're giving those to. The name of that person should come up. We've got a couple teams in here today, so name and number when you guys go to that. It'll have a little comment section. You guys can feel free to apply. And then our beautiful race control, who's already chatted out, Benji and his wife Tony, will make sure that all of those penalties get handled here. We are just wrapping up practice, got about 4 minutes left, and then these guys will have a 10-minute qualifying session. I just got over the flu here, so you guys are going to have to stick it through with me. You see that beautiful countryside in Virginia, and got some awesome classes going here today. Hop in with our good buddy John Daniels here in that beautiful Audi, and another one out on track happens to be in another class. Oh, there he is. Grabbed the wrong one, though. You guys might hear a couple coughs here and there, but Bobby Blower is out there in the next gen. That is right. We got GT3s and next gens out on track together. Wouldn't you know it, right when you think everything's going to be just as good, we've also got mini stocks here out on track tonight. These guys will be 2 hours of endurance racing here from Virginia International Raceway. We look forward to each and every one of these guys having a good time and being able to so yeah, it's pretty awesome. We did a charity race for American Red Cross last month, and that went pretty well. So we decided to do it again and get around and see that beautiful paint scheme from Christopher Barker in that Porsche here. Not right in front of him, opts to take to a little bit different of a line there and off into the chaos. Check out some other people around it. Aaron Smith and his fabulous yellow and black number 70 machine. Josh Kelleher, 73 here. Looking pretty sharp there, I would say. Nimble that machine ran by Greg Pillar here tonight. And we did have some issues with the ticker. We are going to have one. Yeah. So, yeah, we had some ticker issues. We're going to see if they cave out during the race. If they don't, we'll try and figure it out as we go and try and get those corrected on the spot. Usually Trading Paints is the program we use to get all this stuff done over here. And you guys see those guys going crazy already. Split Casey, poor fella in that mini stock. His Porsche's just teaming up on him. But we use this program and it does not like practice or qualifying. Talking about practice, these guys have 1 minute left here in practice. Why are they doing that? I want to show you guys this beautiful camera we picked up just this week. Coming over the hillside, I'm going to pick up Lee Binkley and his Porsche up the hill and over. We're going to have some awesome camera angles for you folks at home today. But yeah, it's going to be a good one. We are so excited for each and every one of you for tuning in here with us. It's going to be awesome. And so we're not just leaving it to my beautifully sick voice. We got some tunes laid out for you guys here tonight. So make sure we keep that excitement up for you while these guys get ready to do some qualifying here. And we got 10 minutes of closed qualifying, so these guys will have 3 laps to have an opportunity to set their fastest lap. And then we will be green flag racing here from Virginia International Raceway. You guys are looking for the penalty codes. You can scan that QR code on your screen or either use the link coming across your screen, or if you scroll down into the description, you can also grab it from there. So we're going to try and catch some of these guys out on some qualifying. Looks like John Daniels here is going to head out pretty early in the Audi. Aaron Smith in that number 70 Chevy next-gen car. Creighton Laster here, the pizza boy. The pizza man, number 13 here. Some of the numbers getting kind of messed up here. Creighton, a good friend over here now. Real life ARCA driver too, going full-time ARCA racing next season. I'm super excited for him. And I am not at 100% here tonight, folks. Had the flu all week, but Dana Shepard a little slow. Still trying to figure out this track. Nathan Mascroft, beautiful black 711. The Make-A-Wish number 6 machine, OGRL, Caleb Pocock. And you guys don't want to pay attention to the numbers on these cars. When you get the ticker up on the screen, that's when you guys are going to want to start paying attention to numbers, because the numbers on the car aren't going to always correlate to what is in iRacing. Some of these guys ended up taking each other's numbers. The 92 here of Corey Harville, getting that next gen all wired in. Got last minute hookup here into the race. John Houston in the plaid checkered number 23 machine. Check in with Trent Hill here. Here our buddy Brayton's doing. He's still trying to come around for that first lap, having a good time in that pizza machine. Cody Height here, and then number 84. And I think it would be a good idea to probably hop in board with one of these guys around the track. And let's do this with the Dunkin' Donuts man himself, Mr. Alex Bahiri, getting this next gen all riled up. He's super excited for this race. Almost went GT3 and then opted for this next gen class. Been practicing all the last couple of weeks. We've had over 15 practice sessions for these drivers. Dialing it in, getting the fuel right, getting it all calculated. We know you guys at home probably heard some whispers about a fight that might be happening tonight. I know a lot of these drivers would look forward to getting this race over with before the main event of that, but we're here for the cause. We're here to raise some money for the Make-A-Wish and make all of those kids going through a struggle of life under the age of 18 have a better outcome, be able to complete one of those wishes, whether they're on their last limb or they're here to stick around with us for the long go. We want to make wishes come true, so hopefully you guys will stick around with us here for the Make-A-Wish Endurance 2-hour here from Virginia International Raceway. Alex Bahiri heading up the S's here. Gonna lock that thing down into second gear. The one thing that we talked about before the race with a lot of our drivers, the GT3s happen to run about 1 to 2 seconds slow or faster on average, but these next gens down the straightaways almost get about 15 to 20 miles an hour faster. So it's really gonna be crazy to see how these guys do. And of course, you got the mini stock class, who's just gonna create chaos for everybody. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if y'all are. I know I am. I know our race control is. They're going to be handling all your guys' penalties that you guys send in all night. Those donations, make sure you put the car number once we get this ticker up on your screen. We'll get that up on your screen once the race starts here. We talked about it a little bit before. The iRacing doesn't like practice qualifying. You guys be able to check that out, that ticker up on your screen. If you hear me, I'm drinking that water, getting them cough drops so we can stay around for 2 hours with you folks at home. Oh, and John Curtis going to get a little loose there on corner exit in that. See Cody Height here, currently in the 13th spot. We'll see. So stick with me if this ticker is working or if it's not. We're going to see if it is so far. And it doesn't look like it wants to. Still trying to figure out what we're doing. So usually we have this ticker set up for NASCAR races. Obviously that's not what we're doing here. We're out here road course racing. So trying to find the balance here. This ticker is really, really not loving this. Sorry for the silence, folks. We're not. Huh. That is. I guess we'll have to figure that out. Some pretty crazy information. So, let's see here. Someone said we need to turn up the mic a little bit. So, there we go. We'll turn that up a little bit. Like we said, we're trying to get this ticker to come across. It's starting to flash and flick and stuff, and that's just the name of the game with this SDK. Sometimes it doesn't really like to play fair with iRacing sometimes, especially when you got a lot of drivers out on the grid. So see if we can get this thing to reload real quick. Get this thing reloaded, refired, set to go. We'll see if it works this time. And it may just be because we're not racing yet. It's how it works here. So if I'm talking a little too loud, let us know. And here, we had to go pick up a new mic here. These guys have just under 3 minutes here left. So looking forward a little sideways here tonight. Sure, a lot of these guys are. Clayton Doty in that number 5 machine. Getting some laps going here. Derek Capps in the number 100. And like we said before, it's we're not loving that too much. So may just have to wait for the race or the ticker to get all squared away.
Wanna come back from molding hair since the sun went down. Be hair when it comes back around.
That is a beautiful machine right there. Look at that. Number 050, Jeff Sepulveda? Sepulveda. I think that's how you say it. If I'm wrong, correct me in the chat. But that is a beautiful number 050 Make-A-Wish machine. Painted by our folks over at OGRL. This guy's bringing in a lot of drivers here tonight. Aaron Smith still getting that number 70 machine rocked around the track.
Come back from molding hair since the sun went down. Be hair when it comes back around. Worked all week, it's time to play. Gonna get a little bit sideways.
All right, folks. Just about a minute left here in practice. Matt Gall here in the number 78 Ford Mustang. Looking to finish this thing up. Get it all squared away. And hopefully our ticker gets squared away. Josh Heron still out in that number 215, practicing some pit road. Cody Hart's. I'm going to get one final lap here in this machine. The 00 Mustang GT mini stock. I love these. So cool. And if the cars are a little quiet with this new headset that I got, you guys just need to let us know. I'm trying to figure out how things go in this, but I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in here at KNSM Productions for tonight's Make-A-Wish Endurance Charity Race. And we're going to go through your grid here in just a short amount of time. We're looking forward to this one. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. And ignore the Daytona International Speedway. That is not correct. But starting off here in your GT3 class, taking the pole here today, Josh Heron and the number 215. These guys will do one pace lap around the sun. Michael Dione comes in for the second spot. John Daniels not yet loaded in yet. So we're trying to figure out what's going on here. There we go. Damajan Harviton in the 306 machine qualifies in the 4th spot. Maybe we can get a better view of these cars for you. That's not doing it. That's definitely not doing it. You guys want to see your favorite track? We'll just stick with the 2. Barry Acker in the 5th position. John Houston 6th. Nathan Mascroft qualifies 7th. Clayton Doty qualifies 8th here in this GT3 class. Trent Hill, Derek Capps, we're back to this name. Jeff Sepulveda. We'll get that thing by the end of the race. Lee Binkley is going to be qualified here in the number 29 machine. Matthew Gall in the 78. Aaron Smith in the 70. Tyler Manning qualifies in the 28th position. trying to figure out what is going on with this. This should say, actually, I am not too sure what is going on. Well, now it's all mixed up, guys. So I'm not sure what the heck happened there. But, huh. All right. John Curtis in the 15th position. Well, no, that is incorrect. Matt Gall, Tyler Manning, Aaron Smith here, going to be in the 15th position, leading your GT or your next gen class here. Caleb Pollock going to start to his outside. Alex Bahiri right behind them. Corey Harville going to start off right behind these guys in the number 4 position. Cody Height going to start in the 5th position in this next gen class. Dana Shepard is trying to find his way back up front with the next gen class or the GT3 class. Not sure if it mixed these guys up on purpose. Probably some guys that opted not to qualify, so they're trying to make their way up front. Christopher Barker, Cody Height, Bradley Lovings. These guys are all sorts of messed up right now. Bobby Blowers going to be in the 7th position. Josh Keller going to be, oh geez, I don't even know what's going on at this point, guys. These guys are all messed up. Let's find Cole Trexler. Cole Trexler, there you are, buddy. These guys got it figured out in the back. Got Jacob Ross starting 2nd, Brayton Lasser, Jimmy Moach, and Casey Ellis. And your front of the field here, still trying to figure it all out. Looks like the GT3s are trying to make their way through this next-gen class to make it up front. But that is going to round out your grid here. And apologies for all the confusion. These guys didn't want to leave me anything good. But these guys should space out a little bit here. Aaron Smith should leave just a little bit of a gap. And you still got some GT3 cars trying to find their way through. Not sure if we're going to have to extend this caution just a little bit to make sure everyone can make it through. Looks like the GT3 cars are making it. We still got this long straightaway on the back. I'm not sure how all these GT3 cars got mixed up with these next gens. Maybe it just not qualifying, or maybe it just did not separate them in the qualifying. They shouldn't have gridded, but it looks like all these GT3 cars have gotten through the field. That is good to see. Our race control getting these guys all guided out and good to go. See Josh Keller, Jimmy Sox, Shane Gunter, and then Aaron Smith here in the back leading this next-gen class. Corey Harville, Cody Height, Bradley Lovings, Bobby Blowers. These guys should get doubled up here. And Cole Trexler, Jacob Ross, Brayton Laster. But back up front, we're going to get the green flag here in just a moment. I believe those lights are out on the pace car. They are. We're going to get the green flag here in just a moment. This GT3 car class all lined up, good to go. Getting ready to rock and roll. These guys are going to be waiting all the way to the green flag. And we are go for green here in the 2-hour Make-A-Wish endurance race from Virginia International Raceway. We'll see if our ticker is finally caught up with itself, and it looks like it has. So that is good to see. You guys will see the numbers of all the drivers coming across your screen here. We're going to see if we can swap this over to a scroll so all the drivers make their way through here. Josh Herring going to lead this class here, going into the corner. See what's going on up front here. Got some trouble there. Looks like a lot of drivers able to avoid. Alex Bahiri being able to make his way up to the front of this next-gen class. Cody Trexler still leading these 5 mini stocks throughout the field, but you guys are going to see, though, So on the top, you guys are throughout the race, you're going to see a red, a yellow, and a blue. It's going to be behind the number of these cars. So basically what happens, this is the class they are. So the red is the GT3s, the blue is the next gen, and the yellow is going to be your mini stock class. This is the class that these drivers have acclaimed to come over. Each class winner will receive a trophy. So as you can see, Josh Herron already making work, trying to build this gap on Michael Dione here on the first lap. And some of this is a little messed up. Not exactly sure why it's going. Seems like got Greg Pillar there in front of there. But it'll figure itself out as we go. Aaron Smith trying to chase back down. And maybe Alex Bahiri doing a really good job here, working his way through this traffic. And you guys are going to also ask yourself, why are there different drivers in first place? Why are there 2 drivers in sixth, maybe 3 drivers in third? This is their placement within the class. As this race continues to go on, our ticker should be able to figure it out. But as you can see, your favorite drivers up on top of the screen. Josh Herron continues to lead here 3 minutes into the race. Alex Bahiri, currently your leader of the next gen class. Aaron Smith, second place right behind him. And leading your mini stock class here. These guys all just really having some fun. Jacob Ross, Brayton Laster, Jimmy Moach, and Casey Ellis just grinding the floor. You will notice that some of these guys will have some non-infused penalties from the audience. So at the bottom right, those are penalties you guys can give the drivers. But realistically, these guys can get a 22X for going off track too many times, which is a drive-through. They get 1 opportunity at 22X. After that, they will have to go, they get 10X. Well, at 10X, these guys will, every 10X after the 22X, they'll have to come down through a drive-through. These can stack on top of each other with the penalties that you guys give them as well. So let's take you around the field, get around some of your favorite drivers. Demajan Harviton here in the number 306 Porsche. Bumper to bumper here with John Daniels and Michael Dione. Barry Acker here. You see Harviton go a little off track. Barry Acker here. John Houston in the 6th position. Nathan Mascroft in the 7th. Trent Hill here in the 8th position. Clayton Doty currently sits in the 9th spot. Jeff Sepavolda, looks like Damajan had some issues there again. And apologies, folks. So coming off a cold. So trying to get that all squared away. Try and get us all good to go. But Matt Gall here, right in front of him. Derek Capps. Christopher Barker sitting in the 13th position. He is up 19 spots from the beginning of this race. But I'm not sure if that includes maybe some of the class stuff that he was mixed in with earlier. A little farther up, Alex Bahiri, your leader of this next gen class, currently sits in the 14th position in that number 97 Dunkin' Donuts machine. Lee Binkley on screen here, heading up into the Oak. And Alex Bahiri knows the bumper. Alex should be able to pull away from him just a little bit on the straightaway. Alex Bahiri going to take advantage of the speed of that machine. Those next gens have quite the speed advantage. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in here at K&S Sim Productions. Let us know where you're from in the chat. Leave a state, what part of the country. We've got a long 2 hours here. These guys have only completed 5 minutes. Your class leaders at the moment. Josh Herron in the GT class. That Porsche really working right now. Alex Bahiri in the next gen class. That Chevy Silverado. Chevy Camaro making light work right now of the rest of the next gen class. Aaron Smith trying to catch back up to him. And your leader of this mini stock class, Cole Trexler, currently sits in the 28th position. We're still trying to figure out what's going on with the ticker, man. It does not want to give us any saving grace. So, I'm not too sure. See, like, now we've got space in between each one. It's being all sorts of whack right now. So I'm wondering if we shouldn't just... maybe swap will help out? We'll see if swap helps us out a little bit. And then we'll do like a... see if that helps us out a little. Do a little 10-second swap-a-roni on there. See if all of our drivers come up on top. Looking good so far. Want to continue going through your guys' grid. I didn't get through everybody. Want to make sure we're not missing out on anybody. Ryan Gillett here. Having some issues. Aaron Smith going to be able to make some work of it, but having a pretty decent race here. No damage or anything. Caleb Pocock right in front, behind him. Josh Keller in that Ford Mustang. Bobby Blowers in the next-gen Toyota. Greg Pillar. Cody Height. Shane Gunter. Jeffrey Ledford, John Curtis right behind Shane, Dana Shepard, Bradley Lovings, John Daniels having some issues a few laps ago, falls back from the top 5 all the way down into 27th spot. This isn't overall, that is his overall position, not his position on track. Cole Trexler here in the 00. You guys want to make some penalties start happening for these folks? You guys will head down into the chat. Let us know what's going on. Looks like a few drivers have already taken some penalties here in the race. So if you guys are looking for somebody to take a penalty, hit the QR code, or you guys can even go to the description of this video. Hit that, leave a penalty equivalent to the dollar amount. Just make sure you leave the car number and the name, if you could, of who you want that penalty to be applied for. I'm actually going to go do that right now as we speak. I'm going to hop on the good old phone-a-roni, and I think we ought to give the leader of our next-gen class a little bit of a wake-up call. See if we can get him all squared away here. That's exactly what we're doing. We are. Tune in. Alex Bahiri having a great battle here so far with Aaron Smith, and it'd be a shame if he gets a penalty here shortly. See how, oh, someone having some issues there. All right, let's see if we can get this going here. Benji, I am making my first penalty go here right now. And we are going to do a good old, we can't tell him though. We are going to do a $20 penalty, which would be a 30-second stop and go on the main pitway for Alex Bahiri. So don't tell him I did it to him. We're going to make sure that we get all paid up here, and he is ready to take on the penalty. We're going to tune in here with him for a few more laps. See if this thing sticks. Got to put in a little bit of information, but we would love for you guys to be able to hop in there. All of this money goes directly to Make-A-Wish. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in here for this 2-hour endurance race from Virginia International Raceway. We're here raising money for Make-A-Wish. Currently sitting around about $4,600 total with some sponsorship donations and the donations of these drivers. You guys can make a lot of wishes happen for these guys, and we thank you guys for tuning in here. We're going to check in here with Alex Bahiri in the next couple laps, see if he ends up getting penalized here, and we have set that good to go. And we'll see if he takes on that penalty here in the next few laps. So we got our good old race control handling all of our penalties here for the race. I want to send a huge shout out to Benjamin Richards for handling all the penalties alongside his wife, Tony Richards. Josh Aaron continues to lead this top class. Alex Bahiri trying to fight off that number 70 of Aaron Smith. Cole Trexler continues to lead this class of many stocks. Jacob Ross here in that number 48 machine, currently in the second spot in class. Jimmy Moach, that number 94. You see a lot of these faster classes starting to catch up to these slower classes. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas out there, if you ask me. So Greg Pillar trying to not only hold off Jeffrey Ledford here, and I don't believe that's Jeffrey Ledford. I believe that is a different number. I cannot find it. But see the 94 there get a little low. Let these guys go by. Aaron Smith sees that Ryan Gillett has made his way in between Alex Bahiri and himself. Alex Bahiri here heading down into... Well, I don't think that our race control realized that the 30-second stop and go can be on the main pit road. So if you guys are watching, you're paying attention or whatever, just right-click their name as the admin, and it should give you a 30-second stop and hold penalty on their helmet. Just use that for that. For these, for the stop and go penalty, which is, I believe, the $10 one, those guys, that's when they'll come here and stop and then go. But the solo 30-second stop, you guys can just right-click on their name, send them down the main pit road, make them stop in the pit box. Alex Bahiri, though, taking on some penalties in this number 97 machine, and he's going to lose out on the lead. Of this next-gen class. So Aaron Smith loves what he sees here. Takes over the lead of this next-gen class. And, man, I can't even tell you that my voice is terrible right now. I don't know how y'all are listening to it. It is not great. So, we got a lot of good battles on track, though. Right now, John Curtis trying to hold off Dana Shepard. His 30 and number 26 machine fighting pretty good here. Farther up in the field, Bobby Blowers having a good time leading a lot of these drivers. He's currently 15th overall in this next-gen car. Currently sits in the second place position in the next-gen class. Farther up the field, Chris Barker trying to lock in John Houston, Porsche on Porsche on Porsche. The Derek Cart caps in that number 100 machine, making his way through the field. We want to take a quick break to let you guys know all the sponsors that made this happen real quick. I want to check in on Jimmy, see what happened to him. Seems like he might have got just a little loose there. Whipped out the car. Not seeing anything too crazy. And just gets a little loose there. He's going to be able to get that thing spun back up. And while we're away, appreciate you guys tuning in here at KNS Sim Productions. We're going to take just a moment of a break. All right, folks, and we're right back with you. See that Christopher Barker is still trying to make his way to John Houston. They have both made it past Derek Capps here in this number 100 machine. Josh Herron and this number 215 on a great run so far. You're seeing a few of the donations that you guys have made. We greatly appreciate that. You guys see on the top of your screen, it's going to tell you the gap to the leader in that class. Bobby Blauer 17 seconds off his class leader at the moment. But a lot of these drivers having a good time. Alex Bahiri, he was leading your class earlier in this race. And I don't know who could have given him the penalty to ruin that. But it most certainly wasn't me. I can tell you that. So, shame on the guy who ruined that lead for him. We're having a good time here tonight, folks. Like we said, thank you, each and every one of you, for doing it. We're going to bring Alex Bahiri up into the booth while he's driving here. We're going to, as he has some more issues, probably still frustrated here, we're going to bring him up into the booth here, have a chat with him, and see how he's doing. Alex Bahiri, this is Kai Shepard up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, I do. How you doing?
Good, man. We are watching you. You were leading that class, and then we noticed someone may have paid for your first penalty of the night. You think you got enough speed to get back up to Aaron Smith and take over the lead once again?
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I was having a lot of fun up there, though. It's pretty even.
Yeah, it's a lot of these GT3 cars aren't really getting the gap that we thought that we were going to see. Most of these drivers get, because we noticed in practice a lot of these GT3 cars were running way faster. And just to put it in perspective, your fastest lap is only 2.5 seconds off of the fastest lap in GT3. So
Really?
Yep. So you are running one heck of a race, and I wouldn't be surprised if this caution that we get here in about 35 minutes doesn't help you get back up to the front.
It'll definitely spice things up because that start was very interesting.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. It was supposed to separate you guys each by a class, but I guess it just decided to throw the next gens and the GT3s all together.
In my honest opinion, I think that made it a little bit more fun because all of a sudden everyone's right next to each other.
Yep. Well, I'm going to let you down back with your teammate. Appreciate you hopping up in the booth with us, and good luck. Hopefully we see you in the winner's circle tonight.
Sounds good, man. Have a good night.
You too. All right, folks, that was Alex Bahiri, part of the Afroman racing team. Looks like Brayton Lasser's had a little bit of an issue here in that Pizza Man machine. Not sure how you have too much of an issue. Not sure how you have too much of an issue in that car. Spins around, lets off the brake, and almost going backwards. But it almost feels like these cars are too slow to be doing anything. Michael Dione here, down 14 seconds on Josh Herron, maintains the second position. Having a great run here today. And that is not a great camera for you folks. Oh, there we go. He hops over past start finish line here into turn one. You're going to see a lot of these guys head off into the NASCAR loop. Michael Dione making his way past your leader of the street mini stock division, Cole Trexler. Had to double check on the name there. These guys are going to head into the snake here, build up some momentum for the S's, and then you're going to see a lot of these fast S's coming up the hill. Take them all the way up into turn 11. And up into the Oak Tree RIP, down onto the back straightaway. These guys have a beautiful run down this back straightaway, over the hill, having a good time. I know we would really have a good time. These kids If you guys want to donate some money to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, please do it through our Tillify link tonight. All the money goes directly there, and you guys can even have the opportunity to penalize some of these drivers in the race. Your guys' hard money goes straight to these drivers. And I did hear in the wind that there may be penalty coming for your leader. We're going to check in. Just double check that information real quick. Apologies, folks. I'm double checking with another source on what's going on here with your leader. Not colluding or anything. I promise. We're not colluding or anything. All right. Had to double check a source and just make sure that we were good to go. Just finishing this up. See if we can find something exciting on it. There we go. And Aaron Smith doing a great job maintaining this lead. In this next gen class. All right, there we go, folks. We're just doing a little something, not colluding with anybody. You guys are just tuning in here. Your leaders of each class. Josh Herron has led this first GT3 class pretty much the entirety of this race. Not sure if that's going to change soon here or not. Leading your next-gen class, Mr. Aaron Smith in the number 70. That 70 machine looking really hot, really good here. And leading your final class, the mini stocks here tonight, is Cole Trexler in that 00 machine. Derek Cap's having some issues here, it looks like. And I don't know what was going on there. Just kind of turned me off of it. So we're going to check in, see what happens here. We're just double checking, making sure everybody is good to go. Chris Barker continues to build up positions, making his way past John Houston and Nathan Mascroft. Lee Binkley here in this Porsche, up 2 spots from the beginning of this race. Clayton Doty down 3 spots. Aaron Smith continues to lead this class. John Daniels right there as well. See the 31 there of Bradley Lovings, not fighting for position. Still having a good time out here. Is currently down a few spots. A little farther up front and ahead of these guys, Alex Bahiri making up some spots. Getting past there, though, by John. That was not John Curtis. Looks like it might have been a guy maybe a lap ahead of him. Not a big deal. Michael Dione. That's exactly who it was. So, should see maybe a swap for the lead here shortly. Pit stops coming up. All that good stuff. These guys have 4 extra sets of tires behind the wall. Reminder that they cannot take those tires. Why they are serving a penalty. I don't even. This is crazy. So, all right. Well, we're gonna see. You guys might see something pop up on your screen real quick. Just ignore it. My little gateway tool to make sure everything goes the way it's supposed to. And we're going to try and get this off your screen. We can do that. Apologies, folks. We're a little bored here. We're trying to make some things exciting. What the heck? Grab it. Okay. It does not want to work itself. Come on. Let's do this. Whee. All right, I didn't cheat. You guys saw nothing. If you were watching this race, you did not see anything. Okay? We talked about it before. Your leader, Josh Herron, getting a penalty there on the back straightaway. The stop and go for 30 seconds. All right. Well, these guys are closing in on their caution. We've got about 25 minutes left until these guys see the guaranteed caution. And these guys continue to have some issues throughout this race. This time, Jeffrey Ledford looks like he's probably just going to get a little loose, kind of having an issue where everybody else is all night. Guy behind him even gets a little loose. These guys overdriving these corners. Really got to pay attention. And I think it is a great time. If you folks at home think the same, I think it is a great time to go through the entirety of the field and let you know exactly where each and every one of your favorite drivers are running in this race. We're going to do just that. Michael Dione takes over the lead of this GT3 class, that red, white, and blue machine. Having a great race for OGRL, representing high and mighty here, and has brought that Mustang up into first place after a penalty a few laps ago to Josh Herron. Second place in that number 83, Barry Acker out of Daytona Beach, Florida. Having a good run here in the second place. I am going to jack this up 5 ways to Sunday. Jeff Sepulveda. That's what I'm going with. That's what we're going with for the rest of the race. So the 050 Make-A-Wish OGRL machine. OGRL currently sits 1-3 in this race. So they're having a great turnout from their members. Christopher Barker from the Foothills Motorsports Gang, the number 8 machine. See the 52. It's going to be the 8 in this race. But that number 8 machine having a good race here. Currently up 28 spots. Minus a few. But he's running hot. Super hot here tonight. Brett Hill in the 5th position. The number 47 Chevy Corvette having a great run here tonight. Nathan Mosscroft out of White Bluff, Tennessee. Number 711 here. Oh, that is so funky. Having a good run in that Ford Mustang. Ford Mustangs seem to be the faster car here today without any BOP. John Houston in the number 23, in the 7th position. Not much going on. Garrett Capps in the number 100. That Porsche sitting in the 9th position. John Daniels here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce where that's from. Finder Love or Die Trying 02 machine currently sits in the 10th position. Lee Binkley sitting in the 12th spot, up 1 spot from the beginning of this race, having a darn tootin' good race. Namahan Harbiton, that number 306 machine, Delta 6, sitting in 12th. Lost a few positions, though, but having a good time over here. Aaron Smith, your leader of the next-gen class. Having a great run here out of Hollywood, South Carolina. Greg Pillar, continuing on your GT3 class, currently sits in the 13th position. Josh Kelleher in the 14th spot. Jeffrey Ledford going to be in the 17th spot. Or the... shoot. 15th spot in class. Clayton Doty right behind him, 16th in class. John Curtis will be 17th in that DT class. Then we're back to the next gens. Caleb Pollack sitting in 2nd place in that number 21 machine. Bobby Blowers right behind him out of Janesville, Minnesota. Matthew Gall continuing in your GT class here out of New Braunfels, Texas. Alex Bahiri, penalty earlier in this race, sees him, I believe he is 22nd overall. Not sure where he's sitting in class at the moment. Bradley Lovings out of Kernsville, North Carolina, right behind him. Shane Gunter, number 25 machine, usually runs the 22, had some issues with paint schemes before the race. He's going to be sitting in the 19th spot. These Chevys really help us out because they tell us exactly where these guys are at. Tyler Manning out of Mooresville, North Carolina, 28 machine, sitting in 20th position. Right behind him, Cody Height out of Jonesboro, Tennessee. This machine is actually the 84, sitting at the 26th spot. Ryan Gillette, number 33 here out of St. Helens, Oregon, coming down to pit road this time by, not sure if this is going to be a penalty or if we're starting to see green flag pit stops. I believe we're starting to see green flag pit stops here, folks. These guys are just going to have to split this thing up, so you're going to see a lot of strategy. I want to continue on down your order. Corey Harville comes down. Ryan Gillett. Jimmy Socks here in the 22nd position in the GT3 class. Cole Trexler, your leaders of the mini stock. Jacob Ross, second. Jimmy Moach in the 3rd position. Great Lasser, the pizza man himself, currently sitting in the 4th position in class. The pepperoni in the lead. Great Lasser out of Greenwood, Indiana. Great ARCA driver, maybe not so great at mini stocks, but might be the track too. Virginia International Raceway was never built for these cars. Casey Ellis, last place in class, and Dana Shepard is going to round out your field. Maybe some damage there, trying to get that thing fixed out, up, and get that thing back out on track. Barry Acker, your leader right now, taking some penalties here though. You can leave them in here if you want to, Lori. You're more than happy to do that, but let's see here. We are trying to take a little bit of a short to help out our race controller here. You guys might see something pop up on your screen. Nope. Right off your screen. So you guys can't even see it. You guys don't even know the chaos it is. It is. All right. Let's see if we can get that going. Nathan Manscroft right there on your screen. Damajan Harviton currently sitting in the 9th spot. We've got green flag pit stops coming by this time. Should see that yellow flag here. Don't know why it's going to laps. We don't care about laps in this. Timing and scoring is going all sorts of whack right now. So, let's see here. We're not ignoring you at home, folks. I promise you that. We are just trying to make sure everything is good to go. All right. Well, folks, we see that's what we were trying to do. So your penalty doesn't go for the entire class. It goes for a specific driver. So make sure just make sure that you guys are putting the names of the driver or the number. The number works. Just make sure it's the number that's up on screen here. Want to thank each and every one of you. Oh, so I think Catherine Denmead, I think that's how you say it, Benji. I think she wanted her penalty to go towards the number 70 as well. Aaron Smith, the leader of the class. So everyone's just coming out here for the class lead. So we got green flag pit stops. Want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in here to KNS Sim Productions. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. We do these things monthly. We've got a race coming up next month that's going to help our Marines support the Toys for Tots program. We're going to be headed to South Boston in the Truck Series. We're here today supporting Make-A-Wish. Last month, we supported a great cause for those affected by the hurricane through American Red Cross. Raised about $4,000 in one night, and we're here with a little more time added on to create this whole event for you. My name's Kai Shapert. We have created the Make-A-Wish Endurance, and we hope to make this thing an annual event. So we're going to call this the first annual Make-A-Wish Endurance race. So your payments go to penalties for these drivers. Make them for whoever you wish. And we still got a lot of racing. We got a caution coming up here in about 16 minutes time. And these drivers will have some time to fuel up, gas and go, or create some strategy. John Daniels is going to lead the first few laps of this race for himself tonight. Had an issue earlier in this race in the 0-2 machine. It looks like he has found himself back up to the front. Got the leader of the mini stock class right in front of him, Mr. Cole Trexler. Got some cool cams for you guys too, if you guys are ever interested. A lot of these drivers though are on this back straightaway, so everything is kind of come to fruition. A lot of these drivers starting to build up around each other in the same form of section in this track. See if we can catch it here for you folks. You see Aaron Smith here heading into this roller coaster turn. A little farther back, this looks kind of empty, right? And if you look at the drone cam footage from Trent Hill, a lot of these guys starting to get bundled up throughout this pack. Matthew Gall getting ran down here by John Daniels. I think John Daniels have pitted yet. So, want to thank each and every one of you, especially you, Lori. You show up for every single thing that we do over here. This is your second race, I believe. We appreciate you for tuning in. And everybody send a shout out to Lori. She's out here supporting the stream, supporting everything, and want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in here. Whether you're supporting family, you're just watching the race, I want you to know that all of your money is going straight to these kids that have a wish in life, and they really deserve it through everything that they go through. Whether they have a little bit of life left or they just start their fight with basically something that could eventually end their life. But we know that they can really go on to fight. We've seen some of those success stories throughout the day, throughout the days. If you guys don't know, they used to do a segment on ESPN all the time. It used to be a Make-A-Wish thing. It was like every Saturday morning. And some of the greatest stories came out of that. So I have seen so many great stories come out of that, from NASCAR, MLB, football, golf. And you really saw how much these wishes meant. And one of the last episodes they ever did on ESPN was a dolphin trip. and they asked the kid, like, hey, you know, it's not an athlete, really can't do one on ESPN if it's not an athlete. And the kid goes, dolphins are athletes? Have you seen the kind of things these dolphins do these days, man? Like back flipping, front flipping. They're some of the greatest God-created athletes ever. So that's exactly what they are. That's exactly what we're trying to do here to support their cause, create more great stories like that. Your leader, John Daniels, getting caught up in all sorts of things right now. I do believe John Daniels did pit, so Michael Dione going to take over the lead of this race. Looks like John Daniels might have pitted and got caught up in a little bit of that. I'm going to let our guy know. Benji, if you're listening, I'm going to throw the caution, but don't worry about it. There we go. Well, may just turn everything into a 30-second stop. So, we eventually... Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, sweet. All right, well, before we get pit stops going, why don't we bring up one more driver into the booth, get a little chit-chat going, see if we can catch anyone. And... I can find my own Discord. John Houston, this is Kai Shepard up in the booth. You got us?
Yeah. You got me into bad time?
Yep, we're watching it on board right now, right around you. We're going to try and catch back up to your little fight you got going on.
Yeah. This is fun, Kai. This is really fun.
Well, you currently sit 6th in class right now. You and Alex have been doing a great job working your way through each of your classes. We see that Christopher Barker is really the fastest guy out on track in that GT3 class. Kind of just getting by everybody. But you got this lap traffic, you've got lead lap traffic, you got everything around you right now, man. What's on your mind as you're going around through this?
Just trying to stay out of trouble and finish this race.
Well, we got the caution coming up here in about 10 minutes. What's your strategy? Are you going to try and pit before the caution comes out, or are you going to wait till the caution comes out and pit?
You know what? That's a good idea. I'm going to pit before the caution comes out. Is he going to give us a warning?
Nope. So it'll come out at the 55-minute mark. We're exactly 10 minutes off of that mark right now. We're at 1:15. So in about 10 minutes time, exactly 10 minutes time, we will have a full course caution.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, your teammate and you decided to run different classes, and I did hear a little birdie may have given Alex some penalties earlier in the race, and after he was leading, did he say anything to you about it when he found himself down the pit road?
Was it a 55 second? I'm like, no, I don't think it's 55. I think it's 35.
Yeah. So, well, hopefully we can see you more running up front. You're currently in 5th in class right now, chasing down John Daniels, and hopefully you can keep it straight, unlike Bobby Blowers, who gets a little loose right behind you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get by him, too.
Well, we'll check in with you a little later, John. Good luck and have fun the rest of the race.
All right. Thank you, Kai.
All right, guys. Well, that's basically going to be, what do you do? Do you pit before the caution comes out and hope that you stay on the lead lap, or do you just stay out and wait for the full course caution to come out here shortly in about a few minutes time? You see Chris Barker still reeling in Michael Dione. Got that lead down to about 12.6 seconds. Right behind him, Josh Herron. Just maintaining the gap to Chris Barker here. Not really gaining any time. John Houston, who we just checked in with in the 5th, trying to chase down John Daniels once again. See Trent Hill here in the 6th position in that Corvette. Barry Acker, 7 seconds off of Trent in the 7th position. Jeff S. and the Make-A-Wish Ford Mustang. Gets loose right as we check into him. Commentator's curse. Gets into the wall. Should be able to get this thing riled up and good to go. Save that damage fix. These guys do have 4 fast repairs as well, so they can utilize those. Maybe just take one to freshen up. See Michael Dione flashing his lights here at Matt Gall. Just letting him know he's there. Run your line. Be safe. And when the opportunity presents itself, I'm going to strike and make my way past him. This is a really bad spot of the track to try and make that overtake. You wait till the front straightaway, and Matt Gall will give it to you right here. Maybe he won't. Maybe Matt Gall's just not going to let him have it. Maybe Matt Gall doesn't want to go a lap down. Maybe that's it. The whole time he's trying to save that lap down. He is the first driver of the class to lap down. Taking a little farther back with our good friends over Josh Keller, number 73, Greg Pillar. One member did tune in to me earlier and tell me how to pronounce his name. And I want to figure out who that was, just so I can go and mess it up. I don't even see him in the race right now. So, Ryan Gillette. You know, like the old shaving commercials? It's Gillette. Ryan Gillette in the 33 machine. So, he did a great thing. He linked us up with a small little town racetrack out of Oregon. We want to send a huge shout out to them. So, if you're anywhere in the great state of Oregon near River City Speedway, this shout out is to you. River City Speedway, we appreciate you for donating and providing Ryan Gillette the opportunity to come out here and race around Virginia International Raceway. We've got some drivers opting to pit here before the caution comes out. Michael Dione in the first place. Christopher Barker making up spots here, getting to the rear end of there. Looks like we've got a car with damage on that inside. John Curtis down pit lane. Bradley Lovings here in the 26th spot. Trent Hill, though, trying to get you guys some better camera angles in the second half of this race. I have not been doing too great with these camera angles. There we go. Those are some pretty camera angles there. Look at that. Bobby Blowers fighting off Alex Bahir. We got a battle here for position in class between two next gens. Bobby Blowers opts to take the inside lane. The one thing that these next gen cars do have on the GT3 class, pit stop time. These next gen cars can gas up and go in about 12 seconds. GT3 cars take about 30 to 35 seconds just to fuel up on a full tank of gas. So, and it looks like Bobby Blowers had a drive-through penalty that time. So, opts to take it this time by Michael Dione. We're closing in on 4 minutes. Hey, Casey, are you still in the race, buddy? No, you're still down pit road. Are you still in the race? If not, I was going to drag you to the booth, but I wasn't sure if you were still around. We've been dragging random drivers here into the booth. It's been quite a time. So we want to check in with our donation total here. Let you guys know where we currently sit at. Just from this race, this doesn't include everything that was donated by sponsors or our drivers. This is just you guys have raised $232 here in just about an hour for Make-A-Wish. We have plenty of racing left to come. Well, don't be scared, man. Everyone's having a good time out here raising money. So you guys, just in the audience, have raised $232 here so far. We've got another hour of racing. If you guys want to take this time coming up under caution, reach out to your friends, share the link, have them come check out this race. And the penalties have been implemented throughout the race. Our race control is trying to do their best to keep up on it. We've seen a lot of drivers take them on. Race control will actually let you know in here if a driver has taken it. I can tell you right now, if you were one that put out a penalty hit on, where is he? Aaron Smith, who's in the 14th position. Caleb Pollock is now on the same lap as him, and Alex Bahiri as well. So these guys, 14, 15, 16, sitting 1, 2, 3 in their class. So it's really helped him out. Aaron Smith has fallen back into the clutches of Caleb Pollock and Alex Bahiri. So our race control team has done a phenomenal job maintaining these penalties. If you got a question about any of the penalties, feel free to message them here through the chat. Let them know, ask them if a penalty was implemented. We can't really see it on our end other than the pit stop. Most of the pit stops that we see happen to be actually pitting for fuel, pitting for stuff. Christopher Barker is going to pit here from the second position. He's had a great run so far. A lot of these drivers are going to opt to come down pit road, maybe just fuel it up, take some tires. You see John Daniels, Caleb Pocock currently coming down pit road. Exactly what they're doing. Christopher Barker is going to fuel up. These guys need to be careful they don't go a lap down. You're not really in the line of going a lap down here, but you don't want to get caught down pit road, or you'll get an EOL penalty basically for being caught down pit road. We've got just under a minute before this yellow flag is about to come out. So these drivers need to decide now if they're going to come down pit road, get the quick gas and go. We've got about 30 seconds till the caution comes out. We see a couple last-minute drivers here. Josh Keller, Bobby Blowers heading down pit road. 30 seconds to go. All right. Michael Dione continues to lead this race. Josh Herron only 3 seconds back. So really use that speed of Chris Barker. And should be getting a green flag here, or a yellow flag here. So I'm not sure what's going on. The yellow. Let's see. All right, and there's our yellow flag there, folks. I had to do it manually, so apologies for throwing that up on screen, but we got it all squared away. Some guys not realizing it, wrecking in front of the leader and all that, so. All right, we've completed 56 minutes here in this GT3 race. These guys are going to get all lined up behind the pace car and then take some fuel, all that good stuff here. Need to be very careful if you're one of these guys down pit road. You can still go a lap down. Caution laps. Time does count. under there. So Michael Diodi, your leader here overall and in the GT3 class. These guys are going to go all the way around to catch the pace car who's sitting on the front stretch. We're going to probably get about 2 laps here. So we're going to have a fun-filled commercial break. Make sure you guys go use the restroom. You guys check in on the prelims of the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight if you wish to. We hope that you'll stick around for the last hour of this race. We're going to have a lot of good things coming up. And we will have interviews with the winner of each class at the end of this race. So a lot of these drivers down pit road need to be super careful they don't get stuck down there. Now we need to find the pace car. Where the heck did the pace car go? I don't see no pace car. Pace car. Dude, that thing is long gone. There he is. There's the pace truck. All the way up there. So, a few drivers that are caught up here in front of your leader. They should get a wave around once we go by. Looks like Jacob Ross is getting told to go by the pace truck. So, great race so far here. Michael Dioni, your leader in this GT3 class. Aaron Smith, I believe, is your leader of the GT or the next gen class still. And your leader of the mini stock class, Cole Trexler, has led every single lap here in this mini stock class. We're going to have a lot of stuff going on here in the second half of this race. This is going to be the time you guys are going to want to go to the restroom, get locked in, find yourself a bowl of ice cream, some popcorn. These guys are about to get dialed in. I think we're going to see a really good battle up front, and it should be a fun time. We want to take this opportunity to go side by side to let you guys know about the people that make this happen.
Nice shot, dumbass.
All right, folks, and we're tuned back in here to the 2-hour endurance race. From Virginia International Raceway. Looks like we've got some wrecking under caution. Not sure what's going on there. Daniel Briner having some issues here under caution. Greg Pillar as well. Looks like he's gotten it all figured out. Give you guys an update on this race so far. Christopher Barker's going to take over the lead here from Michael Dione. Chris opts to pit right before the caution came out. Just really adjusted up the lineup to help him take over the lead. These guys will need one more pit stop in each class to complete this race. You guys see on the top of your screen, red is your GT3 class, blue is your next gen class, yellow is your mini stock class. You guys see in the bottom right hand of your broadcast screen is going to be your penalty amount and the Tilify link on there. All the money going straight to Make-A-Wish. We've raised just north of $200 just from penalties tonight. We got a whole nother half race to go. So if you guys want to see a specific driver win, you're going to want to penalize everybody around them. I think Alex Bahiri opted to take that offline there. And yeah, this is going to be quite the interesting race. So I do think we still got lights on on the pace car, so I think we're going to get one more time around the sun. So yes, the fuel strategy calculates that the next gen cars and the GT3s have 60% fuel. Mini stocks have 80%. None of these cars can make it a complete hour, or even a little less than that. They can make about 35 minutes on a full tank, and we should be going green here with about 50 minutes to go. So Christopher Barker going to lead these guys through the green flag. This is a single file start. You see a couple more guys heading down pit road. Yamaha, Josh Kelleher heading down. These guys trying to top up on the fuel. Nathaniel Briner probably heading down pit road to finish up some of that damage. And Jimmy Mach. A lot of these guys are going to take the pit stop this time and try and top off on that fuel. You see these drivers getting them waiver rounds, though, to get some laps back. Brayton Lasser is trying to get a lap back here, but he can't keep the thing on the racetrack. It's even get by. That pace truck almost goes the top speed of that mini stock. These guys are going to go all the way around. Your new leader for the first time here tonight, Christopher Barker. Good to see him up front. I do believe we are going to see a single file restart with all of these drivers in place. We're going to have a little less than an hour to go. And I think it's only fitting we let you know exactly how we feel about the restart. Oh yeah, it's going to be an exciting one here, folks. Just finishing up some pit stops here. Casey Ellis deciding to mow some lawn there. Want to check in with that. All these drivers. What an amazing event. Yeah, this is going to be a crazy restart. These mini stocks right in the middle of all of these GT3s and next gen cars. I can't imagine what's about to happen. Want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in here to KNSN Productions. If you can, like and subscribe, not only to the video, but to the channel. We do charity races every month. Next month, you'll catch us South Boston, December 15th, raising money for Toys for Tots. And then January 2nd, we are running... Oh. Just seeing some more folks back here on here. So, we'll be racing January 2nd, raise some money for mental health awareness. We're going to be at Long Beach in the GTP class alongside the 87 NASCARs, heading to Long Beach Street Course. These guys have been begging for an 87's car. We're bringing it to them on the only way we know how to, road course racing from Long Beach, California. And February, we got our couples and kiddo night. Chris Barker getting ready to lead these guys to the green flag. The 31 right behind him of Bradley Lovings. Bradley a lap down right here, but just landing up behind your leader. And the pace lights are still on. Not sure exactly what's going on. Well, that's strange. Well, if they don't go off this time by, we will make sure to turn them down. Tell them you need to get off the track. All right, folks. Lights are out on the pace car this time. We're good to go. We're going green this time. Well, I got psyched a whole lap early, so, man, we got to play a whole nother song here. Let's do some cool cameras while we're at it, right?
Hey girl, what's your name? It's so loud in here I can't hear a thing. But I sure do like your style. And I can see you came to rock in your blue jeans and white tank top. Man, that look drives me wild. And it's hey now, here we go, DJ. Don't you play nothing slow. Keep those girls out on the floor. Gotta make them wanna come back for more. Been hair since the sun went down. Be hair when it comes back around. Worked all week, it's time to play. Gonna get a little bit sideways. Sideways.
These guys are getting all dialed in here to get ready for the restart here from Virginia International Raceway in Virginia, the beautiful United States of America. You guys haven't been paying attention too much to my voice. Little stuffy, had the flu all week. Finally got better just today, so we could get this voice and broadcast out to you folks. What am I missing here? These guys are playing a great job of bumper car. They need to just chill. No more bumper car. You hear that? Well, folks, this whole lap entirely, I'm going to shut my mouth, let you guys watch the roar of the engines. We're going to go green flag racing here for the last 49 minutes of this thing from Virginia International Raceway. I want to thank you each and every one of you for tuning in here. And Chris Barker is going to lead these guys to the green flag. Barney up on the flag stand, and we're going to go silent for the entire first lap of this restart. All right, folks, and Chris Barker continues to lead this thing, able to hold off Michael Diodi, who has made his way up into the second place in this number 16 machine. John Daniels right behind him, and Josh Herron rounded out the top 4. Barry Acker doing a great job here, sticking in the 5th position. Trent Hill right behind him in this number 47 Chevy Corvette. Porsche of John Houston, followed by the Porsche Derek Capps here. Having some issues with the coughing again. So we're trying to get up on these up drops. Had to unwrap it. Couldn't think and talk at the same time. So, doing a great job here. Having a great race here. If you guys want to, pay attention to the numbers above on the screen. You can use the QR code on your screen to penalize any number above you want to. And then you can also penalize your favorite buddy if you want to. Same time, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. If you want to donate, just to donate, do so. You got the QR code you can scan on the screen with your phone. If you don't know what a QR code is, you don't know how to sign it, or anything like that, just scroll down to the description of this video down below, and there should be a link to Tillify on there. Tillify sends each and every dollar that you donate directly to Make-A-Wish, and it also makes sure that we and Make-A-Wish don't pay taxes. Makes it a little easier on you. And then they give you a nice receipt, so you can use that when tax time comes around and use it as a tax write-off. So all 3 of us, Make-A-Wish, us, and you, all get a big helping hand in that. Aaron Smith here having a penalty. This is going to leave the lead open to Caleb Pocock. Caleb Pocock going to take over for the first time tonight here in the number 21. Shows 6 on his car, but in game he's number 21, just in case you want to penalize him later. Number 21 Caleb Pollock in the OGRL. Number 6 Make-A-Wish race car. So Aaron Smith not too far behind him though. But Caleb's gonna have to do everything he can to try and hold him off. Also, Alex Mahiri starting to catch up to these 2 as well. So these guys need to be careful. Alex Mahiri setting the fastest lap times here in the next gens in every single practice. Right behind Alex, though, there's a slew of guys just chilling right behind him. And I'm not sure if this is all for position, but crazy, man. Ryan Gillette around sideways. See if he can get this thing locked up and turn back around. John Curtis here. And Shane Gunther getting stuck there in the grass. Gets that thing straightened out. Going once again. And Ryder's going to try and do the best he can to try and catch up to him and make the pass. A little farther back, Brayton Lester gets the lap back. Him and Casey Ellis out on track. Jimmy Moach out on track. Jacob Rawson, that number 48 Special Warfare machine, looking mighty fine. Think leader of their class is like, where did he go? Where did he go? Am I missing something? What the heck? Where did the leader of our mini stocks go? I know that he got penalized, but what the heck, dude? Where'd he go? Oh, there's Cody. We were missing somebody. So Jacob, Cody, Jimmy. Oh, that's Cody right there. Jacob, though, is leading the class here for the first time tonight in that number 48 Special Warfare machine. Good to see him finally up front. We wanted to check in with him, and we were like, where did he go? Oh, he's leading the class. So that's great. Let's do another... Let's do another wrap around the drive-thrus with all your favorite drivers as John Daniels has taken over the lead of this race. Not sure if there were some issues with your leaders earlier, but it looks like there might have been. So let's go ahead and do this so you guys know where all your favorite drivers are in this field. Josh Daniels John Daniels. Shoot, my stuffy nose. Josh, John. All sounds the same. John Daniels in the O2 machine currently sits in the first position and first overall. Josh Aaron in the second position, and the 215 currently sits in the second spot in the GT3 class. Christopher Barker falls back 2 spots after the restart here in the number 8 Make-A-Wish Foothills Motorsports machine. Very accurate right on the tail here of Christopher Barker, trying to avoid Mr. Brayton Laster, who goes crazy again once again in that Pete's machine. Michael Dione in the 5th spot after leading much of the first part of this race. Finds himself back into 5th. We'll see if he can use that speed he had the first half of this race to catch back up and reclaim the lead of this race. Trent Hill in the 6th position in class and overall. Currently sits in the 6th position in that number 47. Right behind him, John Houston in the number 23 here. Good to see him out on track. Continues to good things. We did talk to him a little earlier. We'll see if we can catch up with him just a little later. Parmesan Harviton, or however you say it. I so apologize if I'm messing that up. The number 306 here. I believe he is our only non-American driver here. Hopped in last minute in this number 306 car. He is having a great run up into the 8th position. Derek Capps up 1 position. And that number 100 Porsche. Porsche is taken up 7 of the top 10 positions. So they're having a great day here. Clayton Doty also in a Porsche in the 10th position. Jeff S., who we've decided we are not going to try and figure out how to say his name for the rest of this broadcast. And that Make-A-Wish number 050. Having a great race here. Lee Binkley in the 12th position, followed by Nathan Ashcroft. Caleb Pocock, your leader of the next gen class, continues to run away here from Aaron Smith. 22nd gap at the moment, so he is having a great race. And after some penalties help him out from some fans, he's looking to go on to try and win this thing. Aaron Smith not too happy about it though. His number 70 machine had a great start to the race. Had a great start to the race here. And after some penalties given to you by the fans at home, finds himself currently sitting in the 2nd position. Alex Bahiri in the 3rd spot here in class, taking up time not only to just Caleb Pocock, class leader, he is also trying to make up the minute and 22nd gap that he has to Aaron Smith. Steven Shue in the number 3 machine, that 2nd Foothills Motorsport car, having a great run here tonight. Where apologies about the numbers compared to what they have on their cars. Some drivers decided to come in, not put the number they were assigned on their car. Kind of mess everything up. So from now on, we'll make everything a league, and it should be good. Josh Kelleher, Springfield, Massachusetts, the number 73, currently sits in the 18th position. Having a great run in that Ford Mustang. Bobby Blowers up 10 spots from the beginning of this race in this Toyota. Out of Janesville, Minnesota, currently sits 19th overall. Greg Pillar having a good race in this GT3 out of North Waterboro, Maine. Sits 20th overall at the moment. Ryan Gillette sitting 21st in the overall. It's number 33 Ford Mustang out of St. Helens, Oregon. Cody Height out of Jonesboro, Tennessee. Number 84. 6. Currently sits in the 22. Currently 4th, 5th in class. Matthew Gall, 23rd. Number 30 of John Curtis currently sits in the 24th. Bradley Lovings in the 25th, and he is 6th overall in his class. Nathaniel Briner, number 28, machine out of Pittsburgh, currently sits in the 26th position. Shane Gunter in that number 25 Corvette, running the red, white, and green here today. Sits in the 27th overall. That Make-A-Wish machine looking pretty good. Right behind him, Jimmy Sox. They're good old pals, good buddies. Jimmy Sock's trying to do everything he can to catch back up to his buddy Shane and make the pass. He's got a long trench to do that. Got about 2 minutes and 32-second gap. Corey Hartz, your leader of the mini stock class, has made his way back past Jacob Ross for the lead of that class. Jimmy Moach, third in class right now. Corey Harville is off track. Brayton Laster and Casey Ellis have opted to pit here. And Dana Shepard out early in this race. Finds himself out. So back up front, Josh Herron has taken the lead. John Daniels has come down pit road here. That number 02 machine has done a great job strategizing in this race. Chris Barker will take back over the second place position. We'll see if we can scare Casey Ellis into coming. Casey Ellis is Kai Shepard up at the booth. You got us?
What's up, Kai? I gotcha.
All right, man. All the chaos going on here today. You and Brayton seem to be having a tough time, but it looks like it's pretty fun out there, even if you are having a bad time. How does it feel out there today?
Oh man, I don't even know how to begin. I am dog water garbage here, and I gotta turn my chat down so I can actually hear you. My apologies. So yeah, I'm really bad here if you haven't noticed, and I've been struggling, straight up struggle bus. I've also made it more difficult on myself by electing to take no tires, in the interest of science.
Oh, yeah. So are you on the original set still?
I am.
Well,
So
yeah,
let's see. I'll give you an update. My left front, this is speaks loud to how fast I really am. Left front is at 99, right front's at 92, and my rears are both at 94. So
crazy.
It's still got plenty of tread on it.
Well, we heard a little rumor on the street that the 87s are going to be headed to Long Beach in January. Do you hear any?
That makes me excited.
Yeah, so we're going to have the GTPs and the 87s on January 2nd over in Long Beach in California, raising money for mental health awareness. I'm assuming we're probably going to see you in an 87.
Oh, absolutely. I love me an 87 on a road course. I promise that I will probably do a little bit better. Maybe.
Well, someone has told us that we need to make it 199 laps for Travis Pastrana.
Oh my goodness, that's cool. I actually have a fun story about Travis Pastrana that I can either tell now or at a later date.
We got plenty of time here in the booth. Let us know. I'm sure the
All
people
right.
want to hear it.
So in 2011, I was at the Sprint Fan Zone in New Hampshire Motor Speedway, Loudon, and they had some trivia thing going. Like Miss Sprint Cup was out there asking people trivia questions. And everybody who answered the trivia question correctly got a T-shirt. So the question was, which rock band did Travis Pastrana and the Nitro Circus team star in for like a music video? And it was Spaceship by Puddle of Mud, because I know my music. And I got myself a T-shirt, and some guy came up to me and he's like, "Be here at like 11 later, and you get to race Travis Pastrana on a simulator." And I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." I'd never met Travis Pastrana before, so yeah, I went there, and it was like 8 other people and Travis Pastrana, and I won. So that was pretty fun.
Well, you heard it here, folks. The demise to Travis Pastrana's entire oval career here came from Casey Ellis.
I'm sorry, Travis. I'm sorry. Big fan.
Well, we wanted to give you an update here before we let you go. So we've done a great job raising money here tonight.
Awesome.
Just under donations from the fans watching at home, we've raised over $427 just from
Holy
penalty.
Toledo.
So
That is awesome.
it's been a great time, and want to send a huge shout out to you for helping make this happen, and we look forward to seeing you in plenty more of these.
Absolutely, dude. I apologize for my my lack of performance here. It's the car track combination. I know the cars are here because of me. Well, this one is at least, but I'm not good here. I really am not.
Well, you know, you could go out there and make things interesting for your top two. They're only
I
separated
might.
by 5 seconds. So
I might. I will consider it. I'm too nice, but I'll consider being a gremlin for a little bit.
all right, Casey, it was good talking to you, buddy.
Thank you much.
All right, folks, that was Casey Ellis, our good friend over here at K&S Sim Productions. Been a great race here. It's been awesome for you guys. Want to say from the deepest part of my heart, thank you for each and every one of you making these donations happen, penalizing these drivers. Means more to not only me, but all of these kids who use this money. Make-A-Wish builds them a package. Go and do stuff. Make it entirely free for their entire family. They can enjoy the moment without having to worry about the cost. Those that are less fortunate. So I want to send a huge shout out to each and every one of you for making this happen. I could not be more proud to be putting on this second race. So thank you so much. Want to thank, while we have the chance, I know it's a little boring just kind of watching one driver. So I'll leave it a little more exciting. You guys can watch a few more drivers. I want to thank each and every one of our sponsors that helped put this thing together and made this thing happen. I want to thank Kinder's Premium Quality Seasoning. These guys were awesome and went on to donate a specialist seasoning kit from them. I'm going to send it to random driver. Most of these prizes are going to be randomly given away except for our trophies. Secret Lab for donating to the cause. Smacking Sunflower Seeds for donating 2 mixed seed boxes. Stream Deck was donated by Elgato, a free paint from Regal Wraps and Designs. 2 sets of gloves from Sparco. A $100 iRacing gift card from iRacing. 2 $20 Amazon gift cards from K1 Speed. And a $50 iRacing gift card. And a trophy from the biggest earner, penalty-wise, from K&S Sim Productions. So your money, go to good use for those that make this happen. We're going to build a trophy for our biggest earner and send that. And then our top 3 will get these awesome glass trophies, $200 a piece that were donated by Monster Energy. Also want to send out a shout out to our local Monster Energy rep who gave me a call 2 weeks ago, asked us how they could help, and they not only donated the money for the trophies, but donated $2,000 in the name of the league. They tried to tell us that there's no way we could ever get away with knowing that it was them, but we know it was them. Want to send a shout out to Admin Box for letting us promote through his Discord. BRX Simulators for always being here, helping support us, not only item wise or money wise, but they send a lot of drivers over here, make this thing happen. Want to send a huge shout out to NimbleNet IT and Computer Solutions. These guys have donated the last 2 races. Big Pillar and the gang over there are awesome guys, and appreciate having them around. K1 Speed, I'm not about to cry, everybody. I'm just coughing. I'm not going to cry. You're going to cry. Want to send a huge shout out to River City Speedway, local short track out of Oregon. These guys are awesome. You guys get a chance, go watch some of their races on YouTube. River City Speedway, donating $50 for tonight's race. And then K1 Speed for donating $50 on our behalf and sending the admin team K1 Speed package to go check it out. Get the VIP treatment after this. We're going to schedule it here for December to kind of get a little bit of relaxation before December 15th race. We head to South Boston in the trucks. So if you guys are interested in joining any of our future races, I have not mentioned this yet, But I'm gonna post the link in the chat for the Discord. I did not mean to oversee that, but you guys are more than welcome to come hang out, see what we got coming on in the future. We always, even if you guys aren't iRacers, you guys can always come hang out. And my wife plays Phasmophobia and some other games in there, so I want to send a huge shout out to my wife and my new baby boy for giving me the time to do this. Broadcasting takes away the little bit of time that I get with him as he starts to grow up through his early life. So my wife knows how much these causes mean to me. As we've got last minute pit stops here from Trent Hill, Derek Capps, Nathan Mascroft, John Houston, all taking to pit road. John Houston, this is a lick here, buddy. I don't know if he knows he has a fast repair. Or maybe he used them all. But want to send a huge shout out. Let's not even forget that. Thank you, Curtis Matthew. Thank you for all the leagues that help put this together. Huge shout out to OGRL. These guys are awesome. They not only sent a bunch of drivers, but they let me post this up in their Discord weekly. And they not only showed out, they came with the schemes. I'm telling you right now, Michael Dione, this OGRL paint scheme right here. This thing is a thing of beauty. Number 16 having a great run here, representing America. So, like we talked about earlier, you guys are going to want to tune in. At the end of this race, we're going to have the interviews with your top driver from each class. Do some interviews with those guys. See how those guys enjoyed the race. Aaron Smith has made his way past Caleb Pollock. So Caleb currently sitting in the second position in class. Looking pretty good though. Maybe he did pit. We just missed it. Oh, whoa. I did see something like that. Looked like someone completely missed a corner. And now Caleb Pollock has missed a corner. And he just misses the barriers. Guys making their way up the roller on the back straightaway. That is a beautiful shot right there, if you ask me. Aaron Smith going to head down pit road here. Not sure if this is a scheduled stop here for Aaron. We're going to find out here in just a moment. He's going to take some tires, or if he's just going to take some fuel to top off on this thing, head back out. Looks like it is not scheduled. Caleb Pollock did not come down pit road earlier. Did see Alex Bahiri head down pit road, but I believe he is a whole lot behind Aaron Smith and Caleb Pollock. So, and no, he's not. I may be mistaken. Maybe he's not. Alex Bahiri actually might have just taken the lead of that class. I'm waiting to see what the timing and scoring does. Oh no. Alex Bahiri is a lap down to these guys, so. Huh. That was weird. But most importantly, I want to send a huge shout out to and a thank you to each and every one of you watching. I know that money's tight these days, especially the way the economy's rolling, and we don't like to talk politics or anything in this or any of that in here. We're just here for good vibes and good fun. But we do know that your hard-earned money going on to help these kids isn't the easiest thing in the world. So if there's ever anything we can ever do in your personal life when times get going hard or get going tough, please let us know. Please reach out. Can't always guarantee that we're going to be able to help out every situation, especially if it's a personal matter like filling up your tank. But if it's really something serious you got going on, feel free to send me a message in the Discord. I posted the Discord link in here. And it would really help if you guys can leave a like, some subscriptions to the channel. We're on our way up to 200 as your leaders, Christopher Barker and Michael Dione, have opted to pit here. John Houston headed to pit road once again. Trying to get some more damage. All right, folks. Want to once again take you side by side, let you know from all our partners who helped this happen, and then I think we're going to let this thing roll free of any interruptions for the rest of this race. Got 20 minutes to go. Going to head side by side for one final time.
Nice shot, though, man.
All right, folks, we are back here. We just want to remind everybody, well, we didn't really get the opportunity earlier to tell you guys, penalty system is going to close out here in about 2.5 minutes. You guys will be able to donate still, but we want these drivers to be able to race their hearts out for the last 15 minutes and not have to worry about any penalties. If there's any last minute ones you want to give out, feel free to hop in the Discord and get that happening, or hop on the thing and make that happen. You guys have donated any here in the last little bit. Our buddy Benji over in our race control will take care of that, but I'm going to cut off any donations here. We're probably going to do that right now because these guys have about 15 minutes left in the race. So, I'm going to cut it short just a little bit. So, nothing against you guys. We just want to make sure that these guys get the best opportunity to try and get there, but we are going to let you guys continue to donate here. Using that QR code, feel free to do it. You guys do want to continue to donate, feel free to do so. We're at $537 so far in this race, so pretty good over 2-hour time. I want to thank each and every one of you for donating money. Our race control is going to do everything they can to try and get all these penalties all wrapped up. The top three here, Josh Heron, Christopher Barker, and John Daniels in your GT3 class, and your leaders of your next gen class, Caleb Pollock, who just went off track, Aaron Smith. This battle is about to become really close now. Then Alex Geary is going to be in third place in the class, leading your extra, or your, not your next gen, leading your mini stocks class. These guys are bumped. Cody Hartz is your leader here. He's led most of this race. Jamie Moach early in second. Jacob Ross having a good run here in that number 48 machine. Brayton Laster, Casey Ellis are on a mission to make this as hard as they can for every GT3 car behind them. They are fighting side by side for position. I don't even think this is for position. I think these guys are just having a good time. Your leader of this class has wrecked, though. So Jimmy Moach. Corey is going to pit. Jimmy Moach is going to take over the lead of this class. And with only 15 minutes left to go, this is going to be a close one. Like I said, whoa. Well, now it's being all weird again. Ticker, fix yourself. There you go. But you can see right there. So we learned from Casey Ellis that he has opted not to take tires the entirety of this race. All right, race control just letting us know that they're checking out to check out the rest of this race. Thank you, each and every one of you, for donating and keeping our race control busy here. I want to bring in one driver that we talked to earlier towards the end of this race, Alex Bahiri. This is Kai Shepard up at the booth. Do you got us?
Yes, I do.
All right, man. After a long, hard-fought race, we're coming in with about 10 minutes left. How's this race been for you, man? Do you like it? Does it excite you a little bit for what's going on in January?
Dude, it's been pretty fun. Like, it's really interesting. Like, you just don't know what's going on half the time, but it's like a good type of way. You know what I mean?
Well,
I think it's going pretty well.
We talked to Casey Ellis a few laps ago. In the interest of science, him and Brayton Laster have opted to not take tires at all the entirety of this race.
Really?
So they're on the original set that they started off with. And they're looking to complete this race on the exact same set. You're currently sitting second in your class right now. Aaron Smith looks to be about half a lap ahead of you, but you really made your way back into this race. You fell back to sixth in class after that early penalty, and now you're all the way back up to second. How's this next gen been treating you all day?
Dude, this thing feels great. Like, sometimes it'll step out on me, but I can catch it. But it just really feels great, like responsive, almost on rails at times. And it's also a lot of fun to blow by people when I'm close enough.
Yeah. Well, your teammate John Houston was having a great race. Then he decided that he's going to let Jesus take the wheel and go off.
Yeah, and then the street stock incident.
Yeah.
I came out the turn and I saw a street stock on its roof and John off to the side. I was like, I couldn't believe it.
Well, we just want to check in with you one more time. Let your teammate know. We know he can never finish a GT class race, so nothing against him. And you have a good rest of your night here, Alex.
Sounds good. You too.
All right, folks. Jeffrey Ledford, I see you see. So the race Bible did say 10 minutes. With the way that the race started, this race was originally supposed to be over in about 5 minutes. Our race control had another obligation coming up. That's why we originally set it for 10 minutes, right? It's because we would have ended at 40 after. My not so great mathing persona didn't time it out too great, so we had to cut it off a little early so that they could go make a prior thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the entire penalty system on Sunday, and if there was any people that donated money and that penalty wasn't caught, even if it was donated after, what we're going to do is we're going to push that on to the next race, and we're going to let those basically be like a credit system. So, Jeffrey, if you went and spent $10 now and it wasn't applied to this race, we're going to let you credit that to the next race or even a race after that so that you can really use that money, because some of these oval races we actually do like benefit penalties like that, front of line and stuff like that. So these guys got 10 minutes left here. Class leaders at the moment, Josh Heron side by side with Matt Gall right here. Matt Gall not quite there. Lap down. Christopher Barker though, Foothills Motorsport number 8 machine at Make-A-Wish currently sits in second, trying to track down Josh Heron. It was about 1.9 seconds up the road. The leader in the next-gen class here, Aaron Smith. Currently sits 10th overall. First in class, 10th overall. So having a good run altogether. Mixed in with these GTs and the late models. Alex Bahiri here, second in class. Then your leader in the mini stock class, which I think is the hardest class here today, Corey Hart, followed by Jimmy Moach and Jacob Ross. Brayton Laster and Casey Ellis, if we had learned here before, are here in the interest of science. So they are testing out all of that stuff. So, Lori, if you're out there, want to appreciate you for such kind words for our sponsors. All of you that have tuned in here with 5 minutes to go, or little over 5 minutes left to go. We couldn't have thanked each and every one of you any more than we have today. This is just crazy, the amount of money we have raised, and I couldn't think of a better way to give these kids the opportunity to go on. And I want to put it in perspective for you guys. So we have officially raised enough money to send an entire family and their member home, like to a event, to whatever a kid would want to do. We have raised that much money here today, or we could fully fund an entire trip for one family. That is more than I could ever ask for, and I'm sure Make-A-Wish is going to appreciate that. I want to thank you all for tuning in here for the first annual Make-A-Wish Endurance Race hosted by K&S Sim Productions. We will be back next year. Want to make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. You see Brayton Laster trying to get in that last minute mowing here. Wants to make sure he gets all of the edges on his way up through the infield. Casey Ellis doing a little of the same. These guys getting some rallycross racing going on. They're causing mayhem here in the last 7 minutes of this race. John Houston got some more issues here. Casey and Brayton out here just having a good time. Trying to race each other, have some fun. not make the race so serious. We'll see if he cuts off Casey. He does. These guys. All right, 3:06. We're tuning into you. Here we go. 3:06 right here. He's got 1 second left to go until he reaches up to Lee Binkley for the 6th position. 3:06 makes the move. Flies past on the outside. 3 wide. Sends the 94 off into the grass. He has made up spot there. And now he's got a sight set on Michael Dion with about 5 minutes left to go in this race. I'll let you guys know that we're going to have interviews with your top driver for each class. Also want to point out that Christopher Barker has gained 30 spots since the start of this race, minus a few because he started in the middle with some mini stocks. But is it Damahan? Is that how I say it, or Damajan? Or Damajan? Arviton? Having a good run here. Made the move past Lee Binkley. Lee Binkley is pitting here. It looks like he's a little short on fuel with 5 minutes left here to go. Josh Herron, your current leader here, got a 5-second gap over Christopher Barker. Looks like he's not going to have any trouble at all towards the end of this thing. Aaron Smith. Cutting corners. These guys need to be really careful. 22x for a drive-through. 10x after that. Actually going to check in on the count. Let's go figure out how many Aaron Smith has. Aaron only sitting at 11. He's having a pretty good race here. Let that pit car go, and then he's going to have a massive run down the straightaway here. Pick in with our 306 again. Got some weird lighting effects going on here in the sim. Smith. Good. Steven Shu here. Steven Shu, one of our multi-team racers. Don't think we were able to catch up with him too much. So Lori, apologize. Dami Jean. Dada Jean. Or Dada. So Lori, apologize. Here's Steven Shu here. Running in the 15th overall position. Having a great race here today. Of our team drivers. Number 001, that's at the 13th in class. Let's see if this affected. Here, it's in the 2nd spot in that class. Josh Kelleher. And down pit road, just runs out of fuel with 3 minutes left to go in this race. Tyler Manning, that red, white, and blue, number 24. Looks like a lot of these guys are a little short on fuel. Caleb Pollock, apparently not on track. Or he's just blinking out a little bit. Jimmy Sox into the tire barrier. That's going to be a huge one there. Not sure exactly what happened, but looks like he just kind of missed the corner. Oh, man, he's a hop, skip away. He's going to go from one end, try and run that thing through the grass instead of locking it down, and he just goes straight on into, not even the tire barrier, but front end of that Corvette looking a little mean. 22nd in class here. Dr. Dione up into the 5th spot. Trying to make his way back up. About a 2.5 off of Barry Acker. Michael Dione leading the most of beginning of this race. Cody Height in this number 84 machine. Next gen. Not really battling Alex Bahiri, who is ahead of him. But he is trying to make it a race between those two. Running it really good up those S's. All right, folks, with about 40 seconds left in this race. Next time by, we should see our leader, Josh Herron, take the white flag here. If he hasn't already. Josh Herron having a great race. And what's really crazy is he didn't really lead too much at the beginning of this thing. It was more patient. Followed the guys that were faster. Followed Christopher Barker up to the tail of Michael Dione. Getting the checkered flag this time. So, we're going to see where this slots everybody. Josh Herron should be the first driver to take checkered flag, if he hasn't already. Going on the first winner ever in the first annual KNSM Productions Make-A-Wish Endurance Race. Coming across the checkered flag, Josh Herron is going to win in that number 215 car. Aaron Smith rolling around the corners here. He's going to be looking to do the same. We're going to check in with Cody Hartz, see if he has passed finish line yet. I believe he has, so your winner of mini stock class, Corey H. Hartz in the 00. And your last winner of tonight's race, Aaron Smith, going to come across one final time onto the front stretch. Make the loop down the small S's. Make a tight right turn onto the front straightaway. Arnie going to get these guys all squared up as Aaron Smith wins the next gen class here at VIR. Once these guys get all squared away, we're going to make sure we go through all of your classes here. I want to thank each and every one of these drivers for tuning in and getting locked in here today at Virginia International Raceway. Top winners today, Josh Herron, Aaron Smith, Corey Hartz. Wait for them to get all locked in and ready for their interviews here. And what we want to get done here is try and find your results, which we're still waiting on, just due to so many guys on track that still need to finish this race. We also need these drivers who won their class to also come into. So, well, since we got one already, we don't want to make him wait around. This is going to be your overall winner here. Well, maybe not. We did get our, wait, am I wrong? I thought Corey Hartz won. Where's Cole Trexler at? What the heck? Did I miss him? Oh, Trexler. Oh, were they a team? No way. Give me just a second, folks. If these guys were a team and I missed it, I believe this was our only team, and I think I missed it. Ah, they were. So your team drivers here up first. We can't really give them both in the booth. Can't really get them up on the sign at the same time, so we'll just kind of pop through their names back and forth so you guys know it was a double mixed car. But Cole Trexler, Corey Hartz, you guys go on to take this mini stock into victory lane. 2 hours here at Virginia International Raceway. How's it feel?
Great. That was I'm still cooling down from my stint. That was just watching Grayson throughout that first stint. Like, he had it pretty easy. Traffic was easy to get through. Then I think that second half of the race when I was in the car, they were just everybody lost patience. So, but I think we did a great job as a team, and Grayson certainly did a great job. Grayson, you got anything to mention?
Yeah, no, I envy myself for that one because Corey, he took all the hard work. All I had to do was kind of just drive around, and then once that caution came out, it seemed to like a light switch went off in everybody's head to just get overly aggressive. But ended up at the top of the leaderboard in class at least by the end of it. So congrats everybody.
Yeah.
Well, this will be the first annual Make-A-Wish endurance race hosted by us. We plan on doing the same thing next year, and you guys are going to have to get ready to defend that crown. And now we got to tell Monster Energy they got to send you guys 2 trophies. That way you guys can each get a trophy in your living room. But most importantly, we want to leave you guys some time each to say thank you to your families, friends, and everybody that makes it happen for you guys. You guys can take your turns, choose whoever goes first. Feel free to take the floor.
Grayson, you want to go first, and then I'll kind of close us out?
Yeah, I just want to thank anybody that I sent the link to that watched it. I know my girlfriend, she was watching at one point. I think she gave up once I got out of the car, but really appreciate anybody that was watching and anybody that gave us a donation that either helped or hurt us because either way it went to a great cause.
All right, yeah, I'll echo that on the no matter what, the donations are going to a great cause, and I've got a couple people that might be watching, but I will mention that I have been a recipient of a wish. I had Hodgkin's lymphoma and beat that, and my wish was to go to the Indy 500. So, Make-A-Wish and Borg Warner made that happen for me. So I'm happy to be able to be on the other end of that and helping make some money for Make-A-Wish. So I'm glad to be a part of that, and thanks to all y'all for putting this on. And you kind of answered my question about we were like, all right, if we win, are we gonna have to like cut the trophy in half, or like we had an idea of like, all right, we could take a photo of it and like one of us would just get a framed photo of it. But two trophies would be great. So that answers that question. And yeah, just thanks to y'all for putting this event on, and we will be back next year.
Sweet. We'll make sure Monster signs it out to Thing 1 and Thing 2 of this mini stock you guys made here today. So, congratulations to Corey and Cole finishing off in the mini stock class here, winning the first annual mini stock class here in the Make-A-Wish at Virginia International Raceway. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we're going to bring in our
right.
our next gen winner. If I could get it to go the right way, Aaron Smith. How you doing, buddy?
Feeling great.
All right, man. Well, we see that you have officially won the first annual next gen class here at Virginia International Raceway in the Make-A-Wish endurance race. We talked to Alex Bahiri, who was in the same class as you throughout the race, and he said that these next gens felt amazing, especially going down the straightaway, passing a bunch of DT3 cars. And just to put it in perspective, you finished 11th overall, not just 11th in class. Finished first in class, 11th overall. How did that next gen car feel tonight?
It felt pretty good. There were a few points where you'd begin like a really sketchy slide in the center of a corner, but it was pretty easy to catch it. But when the track's surrounded by grass, you can't really afford to make those mistakes. It seemed like everyone was doing it, so I wouldn't say that I was the quickest tonight. The practice times were certainly a lot better than I was expecting. I thought the race was going to be more competitive at that point, but Yeah, we had a little bit of an advantage, and we ran with it. The penalties got me there. They had me worried, but fortunately, we were able to pull it out.
Well, it's been a great time having you here in this field, and I know that Alex was a little upset that someone, maybe not in this broadcast booth, not gonna say names, may have paid for his first penalty a few laps into the run. But we wanted to keep it close and let you guys have a good run. Um, Before we let you thank all your friends, family, and sponsors and all that good stuff, we just wanted to update you to let you know that we have raised over $602 just tonight in donations. And it's been awesome to not only have you guys up here in the top winning your classes, but also bringing out the fun. So, with that being said, Aaron Smith winning the next gen class, the floor is yours, buddy. Say all the words and any of the words you want to.
Well, first of all, I'm very happy we raised that much tonight. Looking forward to seeing what the final number is here soon. But yeah, I'd like to thank River City Speedway, NimbleNet, K1 Speed, Monster Energy, VRX Simulators, Sparco, Admin Box, Elgato, Rico Wraps and Designs, Smackin', Secret Lab, and Kinders for supporting the event. If I missed anybody there, feel free to let me know. But I'd like to thank you for putting this event on and all the folks for watching. I'm looking forward to getting back at it whenever I show up next. Sobo looks interesting, but I'm certainly looking forward to those 87 cars at Long Beach.
All right, man. Well, happy to have you here, Aaron, and definitely looking forward to seeing you try to defend the crown next year. Good luck and have a great night, man.
And thank you. You too.
All right, folks. Well, he's not only the overall winner here tonight, he's the GT3 class winner as well. Your overall winner of the first ever K&S Sim Productions Make-A-Wish Endurance Race. Josh Herron, how are you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. Glad I made some history last night and won your first race doing this. It was a quite confusing class to run against.
Yeah, it was. What's crazier is a lot of the next gens, like we're looking at some of the fastest times going into this thing, and they weren't too far off of your guys' fastest times as well. They were about 2 seconds off in a 147. Some of them running about a 147. And a lot of them said that their favorite part about running with you guys is blowing you guys by on the straightaways, but it didn't feel like much when you guys got to the corner. How did that car feel tonight compared to maybe if you would have ran the Ford or the Chevy or something a little more heavier than what the Porsche runs?
I've run VIR a lot of times and a bunch of different cars. I think the Porsche does really well there. The Mustang does good too. As far as the GT3 goes, I've never tried the next gens. I heard they're such a handful. But the Porsche just loves that track. There's not too long straightaways to where you get chewed up like some tracks you really suffer in the Porsche.
Well, Monster Energy wants to congratulate you, let you know that you got a big old trophy coming in the mail here just in the next few days. But Josh Herron, let him know what you got going on, who gets it done for you, and the floor is yours, buddy.
First up to Asher Racing. I got a brand new wheel in like 3 days from Denmark to Florida. Second, my fiance supports me, spending hours on here practicing all the time. I run with Old Guys Racing League. Every Sunday morning, we do a coffee cup GT3 race. It's Sunday morning for Eastern Standard Time. It's really competitive. GT3 from those 3 classes. Everybody's got somebody to race against. And then if you guys want to wish me luck, I'm doing the Fuji 8-hour in about 3 more hours now. So maybe I'll catch a nap.
Well, congratulations. Hopefully you can continue the streak and go get you a win over in the great country of Japan. Fuji International special event going on this weekend. This is your winner of not only the GT3 class, but the overall, Josh Herron. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, guys. I had a blast.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it from us here in the booth. Honestly, I would usually have a lot more to say to you folks, but I'm not feeling too great. So I'm going to try and go get better. Want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in here. We are going to be back December 15th from South Boston in the trucks. I want to send a huge shout out to Josh Herron, Aaron Smith, and Corey Hartz. And I am so brain dead right now that I cannot talk. So, congratulations to everybody that showed up. $602 raised on the broadcast. Everybody have a great night.